of our Christmas party today. I think this is podcast 167 or 8. We got Abby on today. So welcome, Abby. Abby, how long have you been training with us for?
Gosh, just about a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
Bring that a touch closer. There
Sure.
you go. Yeah. There we go.
I feel like it's been longer than that because you come so much.
I do. I'm very consistent at this point. But no, because I think it was about this time last year that I reached out to you. Yep.
Wow.
So you came in working with Kate, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I'm friends with Mandy outside the gym.
Yep,
Kate
I
and I have
remember.
our biannual Mandy hangout that we get to see each
Yeah.
other. We get the Christmas party and birthday that we always see each other at.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was kind of just at a turning point in my personal life. So I was like, oh, I'll start working with Kate right now. And now I'm here.
So in that experience, did you start training with her or training here right away with Kate, or did she have to kind of suck you in over time?
Not really suck me in over time, but she was just like, go to Power Hour.
Okay.
And if I was like, well, I have a friend coming in town, she's like, go to Power Hour. So push me to Power Hour. And it didn't take long to jump into Power Hour, but yeah.
I love that program. I actually have a buddy who we have a roofing issue, and he has a roofing company, and once the weather, we get a pocket, he's going to go up there and they're going to fix it, everything. But he trained at our gym kind of like when Dave started. The first 3 or 4 months that we were there, and he's like, man, I haven't really done hardly anything since that was 16 years ago. And I was like, dude, Power Hour. I was like, that's where to go. Like, it's sustainable. You're going to get good results. Like, you're not going to, like, if you haven't been doing real hard, crazy, like CrossFit type stuff, you're not going to dread coming in. You can just lighten the load a little bit. Like, so.
You did it right off the bat, and you really embraced everything. It wasn't like a huge argument. I mean, some people have to battle with. I'm like, no, you need to lift, and you need to lift heavy. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
And did it all.
Yeah, and I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, Dave, probably one time I was like, I've never been in a weight room in my life. And so, that was the first time I'm bench pressing, all of that. The benches, the little butt pads, I was like, oh, a pillow. So I put my head down there. I'm like, oh no, that's the wrong way. So I had a steep learning curve for sure.
That's good for people to hear though, because I think they think you have to be some big experienced lifter, and you don't. And the crowd's so welcoming, especially with all the moms in here being badasses. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's super inspirational. And I was lucky enough to go to the noon Power Hour, which is a lot of that Power Hour is super fun. I love that group
I like
of people,
that class. Yeah.
It's a good group. It's pretty consistent. Yeah, there's a lot of ladies around your age. Or your cohorts are always there. So
or people that are inspirational. I don't know, like Leslie. She's such a beast and she's amazing. I'm like, I want to be Leslie when I grow up. She's so good. So
yeah.
And Leslie came from. She was doing because she lives out all the way in New Albany.
Yep.
She travels here and she was doing like a Mark Ripito starting strength type of gym for a long time. And I think, she had probably gone through the stages of in her lifetime doing a bunch of different, exercise routines and programs, but she had really gotten into strength, I think, in the last few years, and then, wanted something a little different. So she sought out our gym specifically because we have this program. So
that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Her husband and son actually throughout the 15 years, randomly were her husband way back at the old Rogue gym. And I think we switched a class time. So he was there for a while and then it interfered with their schedule. But then their son, I think the husband and son are named Mark and DeMonte. Mm-hmm. And the son came, it had to have been 7 or 8 years later. And he just looked like a miniature younger version. and I hadn't met him before. He was just in a class. I was like, hey, did your dad train?
Familiar.
Because it was the same exact person. It was just in a movie when they go back in time. It was awesome. So
and this is the woman that we were talking to at the fall social, right?
Yeah, Leslie. Yep.
Yeah, because I literally thought she was 10 or 15 years younger than she is.
Yeah.
How old is she again?
I think we should
I know. Whatever it was, the age, I was like, no way. I mean, she looks so great.
She's not shy about telling you, but she's
she didn't. Yeah. I wouldn't be either. I'd be like, yeah, I guess.
Sure.
I'm going to be 15 years older than. No, it's really cool.
She's in great shape. Yeah.
And she's so fun. She goes dancing with us. I think. Have I told you we go dancing on Thursdays?
Okay, that class. Yeah. Danny's been trying to get me to go. That's really cool.
I know. They were trying to pull me into it, but it's like right at the times I coach.
Yeah. So. Gotta come.
You'll have to find a sub one day. Do some hip hop dancing. It's hip hop dancing, right?
It is. Yeah. Pop, lock, and drop with us. So it's fun.
Great.
Yeah.
There was a few guys. I wonder if any of them remember the guys that they were kind of came in the morning, but they taught they were like really good.
Yeah, that's when Oscar was in his breakdancing phase. He wanted to learn how to breakdance, and you were going to try to get them to teach him.
Yeah, he was like 6.
That's amazing.
I know. I'm like, dude, if you could make your life.
This will pay off.
It really would. Like, if I could have learned how to breakdance and pulled that out, like, I can't imagine how.
You're just going to get him to do all the things you wish you did.
Like, dude, wait till you're at your first party in high school and you pull this out. Like,
may not make a career out of this, but you'll get street cred for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Score a touchdown.
Well, it was really cute. He did it. He would do it for the talent show. We go to on this trip, Turks and Caicos every year, and they have a talent show, and he would do it. Yeah. And he really thought he was breakdancing, but just kind of move his legs around real fast. We'd be like, "Yeah, you did it." He was like, "Yeah."
That's so cute.
But it was fun. So and. I know you said you don't have much of an athletic background, but just so kind of growing up, you didn't really work out much, or
growing up, I was a dancer, gymnast. Okay, so I grew up like 7 days a week dancing, but just not in a weight room. Never saw a weight room being a dancer. So very, very like athletic. Growing up, I feel like when I look back at my body in high school, I had a 6-pack and was chiseled. And I wasn't eating well, so I'm like that was all the workouts.
And what type of dance?
Everything, like competitive dance, so like ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
So and then
that'll do it right there. Yeah. That stuff is long days, lots of tons and tons of practice. We have a neighbor who they'll be gone all weekend. Yeah. Just like every weekend, just doing competitions and all that type of stuff. So it looks intensive.
I was in it for sure. So. And it was fun. Like it was a fun workout. So it was. I didn't even realize I was working out while I was working out. So
do you have a sister?
I do. Yep.
Did she do it with you?
No, she didn't at all. She was more athletically inclined. So did basketball, all that. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty athletic though, dancing. I would
say.
It is. Yeah.
It's the artistic form of it.
Yeah.
Every dancer and gymnast I know that becomes an adult and retains some of that skill, does really well with exercise and CrossFit.
Yeah,
I think you learn that early body. You learn that early body, body awareness and proprioception, and you move really well. And even you pick things up quick, but you're really your mobility and you just move very well. You squat well. All your joints can move, and they And I think that a lot of that is just from moving early on and learning to be flexible and control your body in space. At least that's my experience with everyone that I know. Like Julie was a dancer when she was younger. Yep. All these people, they're just so they just move very gracefully, and they're like, I could do that.
Yeah. And not through one fixed range of motion. Yeah. Where a sport where it's you play.
Take the ball, put it there. That's what I do.
Yeah. You get real stiff ankles and things that.
Well, you got to call me out like that.
Yeah. It does. And I mean, I've experienced a lot of it too. It's just you get real stiff in certain ways, and you don't want that as you get older. You don't want to be all locked up. So no.
That's good.
So you've been doing Power Hour. So how long of a block did you have where exercise was not something maybe you did in a focused way before you came here?
You could probably say from the time I left high school and quit dancing to honestly now, but I'd go through phases in life where me and my friends were really into Pure Barre for periods of time, or Cycle Bar, things like that.
It was something that was in your mind. You're I should be trying to do something to,
For sure, yeah. But nothing ever, there was no, method to it besides being this looks fun to do with my friends or, something like that. So, and then you have kids and it all goes out the window and you're every minute that you get to yourself, you're wait, do I have to work out right now? I don't know. So,
yeah.
And that's kind of what brought you to me, because you were entering a phase where you're going to have a lot more free time. You're able to quit your job,
Yeah.
right? Is that like
Yeah.
last year? Yeah, because
Yep.
both you and your husband were working full time.
Yeah.
And that's just such a hard place for parents to be.
Oh,
I feel
for
like.
sure. Yeah, no, I was very lucky to have some time last year to, kind of evaluate, like, I don't know, even just like our priorities as a family. If you would have asked me on the street, like, hey, what are your top 5 priorities? I'd be like, my health, my family, my friends, my career, community, right? Like, those are like kind of how I think about life. And then I was like, wait, I'm not living that at all. Like, getting on the Peloton 15 minutes a day. Occasionally I'm sitting at a desk and talking to people virtually. I'm not like out in my community. So we got to kind of like rejigger our lives to be able to match more into that. So,
yeah. And both you and your husband did it together. I mean, I remember when you were talking about like you guys were going on a trip and like, well, usually we'd start drinking at 11. Now, it wasn't a big deal. We'd have like 2 or 3 drinks a day, but just didn't take anything too seriously and didn't have like a lot of resistance. And I just thought that was really cool because I think whenever I go to like make a micro change in my life, I feel like I'm so unwilling to do it.
Yeah.
So it's really neat to work with someone that just doesn't take themselves so seriously. And that's what really allows you to be flexible and change. And you had amazing results, and you're still here doing it a year later. You and Mandy will do like the 9:30 a.m. mom power hour if you like, can't make it on Friday or whatever. And it's really cool to see. So how do you feel a year later? What do you feel is like changed in your life now?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it just like from a vanity standpoint, I like my body a whole lot more now than I did a year ago. So that's like, always usually the number one driver.
Sure. That's not important.
Yeah. Whenever anyone
people
sits
try
in my
not
office,
to talk about that, but it's like,
the only people that don't care would be like athletes and they already have a 6-pack. They're like, I don't care. I'm like, that's because you already are right there, Like now you can say you've already checked that box.
Yeah, 100%. So like just feeling better in my body. I love like you gave me a really good framework. So like I can be flexible. Like we travel a lot like you guys do. So like I'm fresh off of travel like a day ago, a little bit fluffier than I like to be. So I'm like, okay, tonight I'm going to have my meals earlier. I'm going to work out, have those like perfect days that I like to have.
Yeah.
But I didn't beat myself up while we were in Hilton Head because I like knew that like I can fluctuate and like adjust as I go back.
And not just be extreme or kind of have an idea of like what you need to do to get back.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that framework was super helpful because my old framework, back in my younger days, I feel like I could like, if I got too far to one end, I could like eat a salad and get on an elliptical like twice a day. I'm like, okay, I'm back to like where I like to be. And that wasn't working anymore.
Yeah. It's funny how that goes quickly, right?
Yeah. Wait a second. This old equation doesn't work anymore. The math isn't mathing. So
yeah.
Oh, salad and elliptical. Sounds like a nice little day.
Right. Would be nice.
Die. Couple pieces of lettuce.
Yes.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, but it's been a good year. I've been so happy. And, you guys have it all here. You have, like, the gym for your body. You've got Kate for your mind. You got Mandy if, like, I constantly, I'm like, oh, my gosh, my knee hurts. I have to have surgery. And Mandy's like, no, come see me. She gets me fixed. So you guys have, like, the full one-stop shop here. That's been really nice.
That's the idea. We're trying. And it is nice. It's great to have them where if someone gets banged up or tweaked up, we can calm people's anxiety down, because if someone hasn't been training or doing anything, they maybe like things ache or hurt a little bit, but when they take like a small injury and they just haven't been in their bodies for a long time, it can be real disconcerting to someone who's like, this really hurts. And it and 2 days later, it still really hurts. And like, I think I'm going to have to like get my knee repaired or something. It's like, hey, calm down. Well, they can help get it back. So
I don't think I didn't run for like 8 years. I think my knees started hurting and I was like, guess I can't run anymore. I'm like in my 30s. I'm like, of course I can run. But like, I was like,
it's hard not to freak out like that. It really is. And I, just like what you were saying about whether it's going on a trip and not freaking out and like diving into this is where I'm at now. This is how everything's reset. I'm just at this point. Realizing if you kind of just take care of yourself and allow your body to heal, it really will, if you can stay calm too. Yeah. But I say that, and if I hurt my back, I hurt my back a couple weeks ago, because exactly what he was saying. We came in from a trip, and then I knew I should go easy deadlifting that day, and I went too hard. And it's like spasming and stuff. And when that's happened before, I would freak out. And now if I have an injury like that, I'm like, if you just take it easy for a few days, your body will really come back. It will heal. But it's more about like calming your nervous system down. Yeah. And the same thing, travel's hard on your body. Yeah. And we don't really, with holidays coming up, I mean, it's a good topic to bring up. Just even sitting in the car for a few hours or flying, it like your body just kind of swells, or even sitting for a long time. And if you kind of just get back to your normal thing and not like really restrict your calories, or actually even working out too hard, it kind of throws your body and it catapults it into the opposite direction. Yeah. Where it's just like not helpful, because it's like stress on stress on stress. Yeah, yeah. So for sure. And you're navigating that a lot right now. You guys just bought a home in Hilton Head we were talking about. So I mean, it's a good it's a good season to go through that, and that's why I like Power Hour, because it's calming for your body. You're lifting, you're building. You're not just, probably CrossFit would not be great right now. No.
Hit me up in like mid-January.
Right. Or even like when your kids are a little older, or things are a little easier. And I feel like there's a good time to like do that, and you can find these pockets in life, but when it's not working, like not to keep slamming your body in.
Well, I love Power Hour too, because like when we were in Hilton Head, actually when I was working with you, you were like, try to get to a gym when you're traveling, which like as much as we travel, like I have to, because otherwise, So I have a gym down in Hilton Head, and I'll just get on my phone and see the workout, and try to do as much of it as I can with what they have there. Like, imagine Dave like eyeing me in the corner, being like, "That's not right."
Never say it that.
That
meanly.
No.
Power Hour, you can replicate the workouts fairly well.
Yeah, that's what I like it too.
Bands and chains, no, but you just go a touch heavier with straight weight, and it's fine.
You've got to bring your own chains on the road with you. Check them in.
Bring your bands.
Honestly, those are easy to pack in a bag.
I know. I do.
Chains would be rough at the airport, but.
Well, I feel like if people are traveling, this is all the advice I'm giving my clients right now. Like, make sure you get in your 4 lifting days. Yeah. Like, if you don't get in a ton of cardio, it's fine. That's almost like gravy now, where I used to always think like, make sure you go outside and run 5 miles. But now it's like the weight training really needs to be like the foundation of your fitness. And then most people walk more, just try to move as much as you can throughout the day, but get in those 4 weight training days, and you really keep your head above water and really don't lose a lot. But it's like if you kind of start running yourself into the ground, then you get sick, then you miss a couple weeks, and you can really see it.
Yeah. You start doing drugs and it's over.
Right. We did
off the rails.
We did some awful like running workouts. I remember early on in our relationship, we went to Cabo a couple times. I remember like being extremely hungover and going on like, hey, we're going to go on a run. I'm like, oh, okay.
He still doesn't trust me to tell him the right time from this one run.
To this day, it's been like 12 years.
Like, hasn't it been 20 minutes? I'm like, no.
Yeah, she's like, she has the watch. We run out on the beach, and I'm like, hey, where are we at? So we're like 35 minutes out on the beach, and it's this enormous long beach. And then we start coming back. I mean, it's like the farthest I've ever ran in my life. My feet were bleeding.
I had a blood blister. Oh, no. I think I ran barefoot and I had a blood blister.
Yeah, neither of us had shoes on. We were running in the sand, and like I had to get like brand new shoes. I don't know. It's a stupid story, but
not bitter about
just
it at all.
how we're smarter now.
Yeah, that's where it was going. Like, okay, now we'll go hit our lifts that we should like make sure we get like some sort of a squat and a deadlift or a press or something in, throughout the week. And
it's funny because I'll still, the way I mess up is I still will go to push myself hard. As much as we talk about it on here, it's always the thing that I do when I'm like screw myself up. Like this weekend was a stressful weekend, and I didn't sleep the night before. I came in here Saturday morning, and I had like Drew Jack and Tyler Ferricks on either side of me, and these guys are in such good shape. And I was like, oh shit. And so I'm like trying to keep up with them the whole workout. When we got to the last movement, it was 10 wall walks, and it took me like 4 or 5 minutes to do them because I was so beat up. I was so tired. And then I couldn't move for like 3 days. And then I'm swollen and I'm almost sick. I'm like, what are you doing, you idiot? Like you do it every time. But it's tough because I think you get scared, you know, like you get scared, whether it's like with nutrition or workouts or I need to really hit it hard to get back. And really all you need to do is just calm down and it will be better. But it's hard not to go back to those old patterns. Yeah.
Got one speed.
Yeah. It's too fast. That's what my body's telling me to shift into a different gear, Kate.
I want to get back to, you talked a little bit about it earlier. You wanted to make some changes in your life. It sounded like, you know, health and fitness, and then just like how you wanted to kind of live. And you were like, okay, these are the 5 things I'm all about, but in my head, but I'm not living that way. Yeah. Was there a meeting or like, did you sit down with your husband and like, okay, let's kind of map out what this would look like? Did you go that far? Or just in your head, you started making those kind of like steps?
It was probably just like beers on our back porch.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Like a super formal plan, but we were actually in a super stressful time at the moment too, because we were living in an apartment while we were doing a renovation, and his job was in flux. But then he got an awesome promotion that's great for our family, but hard on our like day-to-day life because he's traveling a bunch. So we were just kind of like, this isn't really working. This isn't fun. What do we care about? What can we do? Because I know, like, we're fortunate enough to be able to look at that and make the choices that we did.
Sure.
Not a lot of people, you know, maybe can't make those same choices. So, it was just beers on porch. Like, this isn't working. So what do we want to do? So, it wasn't right away. I wasn't like, oh, I need to go work with Kate. It was like, okay, I'm going to start staying home. What does that mean for, like, if we're prioritizing health, what does that mean? Like, is that eating a couple more salads a day and working out on an elliptical? Like, no. So what does that mean for us? And then that was kind of fun when I did see, I honestly think I came to you, Mandy posted something, you guys did like a promotion last year. And even in talking to you like twice a year, I had no idea what you actually did as a nutrition coach.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to describe in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was signing up for. I just, in that mindset, saw the post and I sent it to Mandy. I was like, should I do this? And she's like, it's life-changing. Go do it. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm changing my life right now. That's perfect.
So you just didn't like feel good, you mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't working, just like you felt tired or what?
Yes. Like, well, because we were in the apartment, so we're just eating out all the time. Like the kitchen there was kind of gross. So ate out all the time. We were drinking a lot, probably more than we like usually do, just because we'd get home and put the kids down and go have drinks on the porch. I was sitting at my job. So my job previously was remote. So I was just sitting at a computer talking to people in California or like across the country, but not like in our community. So just like more sedentary than probably wanted. So yeah, if you're like, hey, how are you being healthy right now? I'd have a really hard time being like, I walk my dog. Like,
Yeah. And do you guys work out together now when you travel, or how does that work?
No, and he'll be mad if he sees us. But I keep telling him like, he needs to get back in the gym. Like, he actually was a CrossFit guy before. He was a swimmer in college. He's a phenomenal athlete. His body snaps back so quickly, which pisses me off. Like, when I was working with you, he lost 15 pounds. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you are not sitting in the chair. You're not tracking your meals. How are you losing 15 pounds? But he benefited from that also. So he's getting back into like running, and he's actually been swimming at the community center. And he claims he's training to come back to the gym. So
well, he doesn't
we'll get him in
January.
Yeah.
Tell him your story.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm trying, but I'm like, you need to, start lifting again and all that. So we're working on them.
So do you have goals then for this year? Like, do you set goals for yourself?
Oh man, no, not yet. I haven't
putting
even
you
thought
on the
about
spot.
Survive December, and then come January, I'll be like, okay, Kate.
Yeah, maybe I'll give you put a little bug in your ear about a couple things.
No, I think just like keep enjoying our lives and staying consistent. I want like where you left me, I've stayed in that range, so that's like that feels good. So I'm like maybe January, February, March again. Nothing's going on in January. I can hit it a little harder at the gym. Yeah. So maybe, start inching it down a little bit more. Yeah. But I don't have like a set like number or specific I don't know, target that I'm trying to hit. Yeah.
I really feel like it's healthy for everyone. Like usually people come to see me for like aesthetic goals, but I think it's important to change that pretty early on. Once you hit it, like don't keep driving, because it's just such an unhealthy place for your brain to be, to always like be looking at your body.
Yeah.
I feel like you just start to pick yourself apart. So if you can start to have a physical goal, I think it really helps, you know?
Yeah. My physical goals actually are like schlepping my kids through the airport. Like I have a heavy toddler and like throwing them over my shoulder and being able to make it to my gate before, the plane. So maybe those are my goals.
It's funny because people talk, CrossFit, like functional fitness and all of this stuff. And I'm like, to tell you the truth, there's not a ton of places in at least my day-to-day life where like I need to like, have a 400-pound deadlift and do, a lot of these kind of stuff, these things that I do in CrossFit. It makes me feel good about myself, but running in the airport and carrying kids around is the place I've utilized higher end fitness more than anywhere. We've like been on like,
I'm trying to think the last time we did that, because I was
been
really
so
tired.
many
Like,
times.
You've got this, Kate. You've got it. You're like yelling.
Kate just like tearing through, and I've got like
I
Charlotte
would be
on my
ruthless
shoulder.
in the airport too. I'll be like, you take the kids. I'm going to be like a total like assassin running through here, yelling at people to hold the
blocker.
Kate with the piece of luggage running a 7-minute mile through like.
Because I'll just be like ruthless, and then I'll tell them like, you need to hold the plane.
She'll get to the gate and she will like get into the tunnel and just park.
I held them up.
She's
Brandon
done
will
it
be like,
before.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, motherfucker, you're not leaving.
Yeah, she'll just like sit there and like they're like, okay, we got to get going, and then like me and the kids come like barreling up. She did that. She saved us.
It was Julie and Sean too.
Yeah.
I made them wait for Julie.
About
and Sean,
2
our
years
friends.
ago, a year or two ago, and there was quite a few people from that were going to be on our flight, and we got there so fast. We were in this customs line, and there's like 30 people who missed this flight, and they all had to like
It was so dumb they
spend
didn't
the night
order.
in like Orlando or something, and it was.
I still say it was a tactic because they overbooked the flight.
Yeah, Kate
So much
Kate
ice.
straight up like just booked it, and like we did too, but we had kids and roller bags and stuff, but she like helped, like she was like just got in there. But,
It's a workout like
it
that.
is.
I don't work out on the days that we travel because I will literally
Yeah.
be like squatting, picking
Oh, yeah.
my kids,
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
I do want to make this point though, and this can kind of be like something for you to think about, and a good point, because I was just talking to another mom. We're setting goals for this year, and I was like, I want you to have something just for yourself. And she's like, well, there is a bar mitzvah I have for my son. I'm like, no, that's not for your.
Yeah.
Hold up,
probably
listen to
planning
what you
that.
just said. Like something. I think it's so important, for moms and dads. But dads usually like can do a better job with this. Moms kind of always roll in the mom role, like something for you to just be selfish. Like, this is just mine. I'm not going to do it to be a better mom. This is just for me. And when you do that, I think you do become a better mom. Just like, in a relationship, it's good to have girls trips or whatever. And I think people can kind of wrap their head around that more, like, I'm doing this just for me, and then I'll be a better spouse. And I think you need that for kids too. Like something that's just yours. And, it'll make you a better mom because you'll believe in yourself more, but that it doesn't roll in the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. And I'll probably have to sit and think about like a specific year goal, but something as you were talking about that I was thinking is that like when I also came to you, I was like, I want to be a hot 40-year-old, and I'm 37 and I can't like come to you at 39 and a half and be like, Kate, make me a hot 40-year-old.
You're
like
right.
that
Right.
starts now. So I'm like, okay, like want to make sure that
Yeah.
my body is as like tight as possible when I roll into my 40s. So
Yeah.
that's like multiple year goal.
Right.
But like,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah. No, we were just talking about that this morning because Brandon was trying to get someone ready for boot camp in 6 weeks. And he's like, you should have came to me 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's my biggest piece of advice.
Yeah,
So-
you can't start it like, 6
Yeah, I had a
months out.
girl who came. I don't know if she's around, but she came in. She had less than 6 weeks and she wasn't like overweight, but she had a lot of work to do. And the empty barbell was a real challenge on most moves. So she's going through like a million things. I want to deadlift this and do all this and this PFT, all these things. And I was like, how long, when do you go? And then she like told me the date. And I like looked at the counter. I'm like, well, we have like 6 weeks. I'm like, we can get your cardio up a little bit and your muscular endurance a little better. You might be able to get off your knees doing push-ups for a few of them, but I'm like, you should have came to me about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to cram for the test in December.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is going to be tough.
And I think, especially having like kids and so much, what I've started to really see is life gets like faster and faster. Like you just can't tell what's going to happen any one week. Like if you have a few like really hard weeks, then you're not going to be in that great a shape that like for whatever date, if you don't give yourself some cushion. So it's like whatever you want to do, say it would normally take you 3 months. I feel like you need to allow yourself like triple the time when you have just a ton of stuff going on, whether it's just like extra stress or work or owning business and kids and this and that, because when the weeks are hard, you just got to do the thing that's most important. And that's probably not eating exactly how you had in mind or getting everything in exactly how you had in mind. But if you give yourself that extra cushion, extra time, then it can happen.
Yeah. Same concept as getting your kids out the door. You're like, you think it takes 10 minutes. It actually takes 35 minutes. So give yourself
Brandon knows.
40 minutes to get us out the door.
So with that this morning,
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting shoes on is a lot more of a challenge than people might.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We don't even do shoes. I just take them into the car now. That's how long it takes.
Yeah.
Like we'll put them on while you're sitting there.
Right.
Exactly. And shoes and coats and book bags today.
Yeah.
Charlotte didn't bring her book bag to school.
Oh, she did.
No, that just happened one day. Guys, grab your stuff and get in the car.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's down the line.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Aw.
Well, thanks for coming on and sharing your story. Oh yeah.
I want to say one more thing just because I'm so grateful for you guys for doing this. But part of that when I was like looking at my life and like getting involved in the community was getting involved in Alicia's Closet. So I wanted to say like huge thank you guys. So you for letting me put the tree up in here and then for all the gym members like coming out. I think we gave like 50 kids a good Christmas this year, which is like incredible. So.
People showed up for that. That was cool. That box filled up.
I really like to do that.
So
I'd like to do more and more of that stuff. So if there's other events, I mean, we've got such an awesome community, like really caring community here. Well, one of our members, her house caught on fire, I think it was last year or something, and I had a GoFundMe for her, and we hit the goal like so quick. It was just so awesome to see like people. We have good people here, and it's that was really cool to see. So I'd love to do more of that stuff. If you have any other events, please let us know. That was really neat.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Abby, thank you so much for coming on and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.